Hello everyone, MapleStacks here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In tonight's video, I will be going over how to use pivot points and using them to allow yourself to ride a trend and to find entries. So going into today, this is Monday, January 3rd. And what I'm going to be focusing in here is after 12 o'clock here. So a VWAP kind of a respect. So maybe you're a trader who doesn't find yourself gathering the bottom quite often, but you just watch the trend kind of develop on in front of you. Now, one thing that I have found very helpful is using pivot points, using my lower highs, lower lows, higher highs, and higher lows. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go through and mark a few here and take note of this EMA, 9 and 20 EMA as well. You know, a lot of traders use this, but tying in pivot points in a micro trend with your 9 and 20 EMAs will help you, not get stopped out and hold on to a trend if one of the two gets negated. So moving through here, I can see that this support, I'm just going to mark out, right? And that would be a higher low from this. Okay. And then I can see this high right here. We got a higher high. So when we do get a higher high, I'm looking for, in a bullish trend for continuation, another higher low. We can see here that this holds, and I'm going to mark this most recent high. Okay. So there's another higher high. Okay. So I'm going to mark this high, and I'm going to look at the next low. This low holds. There's your higher low, right? So we can see here higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and higher low, and so on and so forth. This continues, pretty much all day, right? We can move this one here. This also, drawing these supports and resistances, allows you to get a stronger thesis and understanding of the price action at hand. So moving through here, right? Higher highs and a higher low. So I'm going to mark this high here and a higher low. And we can keep moving on here. Another higher high. I'm going to mark this high here. This is where it gets interesting, okay? This is where the saying that I use quite often, later entries dictate quicker profit taking. Okay, so if you miss all of these entries up here noted by the higher highs and higher lows, and you're entering up here, you must know that, one, it's later in the day, and two, my late entry needs to be sold rather quickly because these buyers down here who have been holding into this trend will be selling very shortly. So I'm going to mark the next higher low. I'm just going to mark it out across. Okay, now we see that we get a higher low, which is holding our trend. But when we pop up here, we get a lower high, right? Now, you could have marked a supply zone on this upper wick or something, but just using your pivot points, you would have seen that that was a lower high, right? It did not breach past the most recent pivot. So when it comes back down to hold the integrity of the trend, of the bullish trend, we need to see the next higher low being held or created, right? And it is, right? Another higher low. But since we did get a sense of weak price action here, we didn't get our higher high like we were anticipating in a bullish trend. We should be somewhat wary or cautious up here because on this test, yes, we got another higher low, but on this test, if we don't get a higher high, that's a pretty strong short sell signal, right? 2 consecutive lower highs, and coming towards the end of the day and very extended. Something to take note in and on any future trades. So on this push up, if I saw that I got a lower high, and very weak kind of price action, nothing really closing over this body of the candle right there, we should be scaling what we have left, especially with the rule of later entries dictate quicker profit taking. Okay, now because I know a lot of people in this instance, now maybe on a macro trend, if you're looking on a larger time frame, something not like as tight as the 5, this wouldn't have stopped you out. But still, dealing with theta on a 0 DTE and on a move like this chunks contracts. Okay, this hurts those 0 DTE contracts. very violently, and it's just much safer to scale out when you are getting pushed up, testing the next, higher high or something like that, rather than stopping out down here, panic selling, and then seeing it rip right in front of your face. So I want to take note also of all of these pivot points going through here, aligned with your 9 and 20 EMA on the 5-minute. Now, a lot of people, one would have been stopped out there on your 20 EMA or something like that, or been kind of nervous here, stopped out possibly because they see price action maybe on the 1-minute or 3-minute time frame pushing below this EMA. But you should not stop out because your higher lows are being maintained. Okay, now you can use this kind of understanding of price action on any kind of sector: large cap, mid cap, small cap, crypto, forex, anything like that. So I'm going to keep the video short. I hope that this helps you, identify and understand pivot points, as well as using them with your EMAs here. So thank you guys for tuning in, and you guys take it easy.